Good morning, Dopey. Your favorite podcast. Now able to show.
Good morning, Dopey, and welcome to Good Morning, Dopey, our deep yet shallow dive, usually into the book of daily reflections. Today we are joined by a huge Dopey legend, old friend of the show, remarkably prolific podcaster, author, fucking TikToker, Instagrammer, reality show star, felon, mother, Alexis Haines. Welcome to Good Morning, Dopey. What are you drinking? A little hibiscus tea over there?
A little green tea, Got to get
Nice.
caffeinated.
Nice. You ever drink hibiscus tea?
No.
Why do you want to be out of the frame? We want you to be in the frame so
it's
bad.
not. It's my fuck. No, I don't. It is the setup that you guys have. All right, let's do daily reflections.
Today
Do we
is
reflections?
reflections.
Are we reflecting after the reflections on the reflection?
Yeah, we can reflect on anything. I'm going to read you the reflection, and then we will reflect together. And we can reflect on Howie sucking so bad. Howie's never sucked as bad as he sucked with you, which is probably, look at him. There he is.
Ew.
Amazing.
Hi,
All right.
Howie.
You ready,
Okay.
Alexis?
Ready.
All right. Today is March 29th. And these reflections are never entertaining. So just
It
bear
is
with
not
me.
March 29th. It is March 18th.
Don't, no, shush. Today, when they're watching this, it's March 29th. Don't kill the vibe, all right? Make her bigger in the screen. Okay, here we go. Trusted servants. They are servants. Theirs is the sometimes thankless privilege of doing the group's chores. In Zorba the Greek, Nikos Kazantzakis describes an encounter between his principal character and an old man busily at work planting a tree. "What is it you are doing?" Zorba asks. The old man replies, "You can see very well what I'm doing, my son. I'm planting a tree." "But why plant a tree?" Zorba asks, "if you won't be able to see it bear fruit?" And the old man answers, "I, my son, live as though I were never going to die." The response brings a faint smile to Zorba's lips, and as he walks away, he exclaims with a note of irony, "How strange. I live as though I were going to die tomorrow." As a member of Alcoholics Anonymous, I have found that the third legacy is a fertile soil in which to plant the tree of my sobriety. The fruits I harvest are wonderful: peace, security, understanding, and 24 hours of eternal fulfillment. And with the soundness of mind to listen to the voice of my conscience, when in silence it gently speaks to me saying, "You must let go in service. There are others who must plant and harvest." What the fuck? That's the longest daily reflection. Did you get anything out of that, Alexis Haines?
Just confusion.
Well, the question is, are we supposed to live as though we're never going to die or live as though we are going to die tomorrow? Let's start with that.
Oh. Wow. That's a thought-provoking question.
It's deep. I know you didn't expect this on Dopey.
No, I didn't. So, I mean, part of me wants to say we live as if we're going to die tomorrow because every day is precious. And when you've lived the life of a junkie, you know how precious that life really is. And then part of me doesn't really believe that we ever truly die, that we live an eternal life, that it's unrealistic for us to expect, and just too much fucking pressure to expect us to have good days every day. I don't know.
I
That's
love
a
that.
tough one.
I think that's a great take. Usually I get the gist of these things. Okay, I'm going to read the end of this again, okay? As a member of Alcoholics Anonymous, I have found that the third legacy is a fertile soil in which to plant the tree of my sobriety. The fruits I harvest are wonderful: peace, security, understanding, and 24 hours of eternal fulfillment. And with the soundness of mind to listen to the voice of my conscience. When in silence, it gently speaks to me saying, you must let go in service. There are others who must plant and harvest. That's where it kind of loses me. I think both ideas are totally valid. I think like we do work to leave a legacy of goodness. You know what I mean? Like we try to put things out in the world, like we have children, so we're trying to instill in our children all these good values that live on and hopefully goes in their children. And also just putting out good shit into the world. You know, you want good shit to be in the world, right? But then also to live every day as it's your last, meaning we live one day at a time, also has its merits. I think this is a very confusing one, to be honest with you. Or maybe it's both as good.
I think both are good. And I will say that, you know, the reason that I got 11 years was doing this thing one day at a time and trying to show up in the world and just being the best human that I can possibly be every day. And so, you know, both are accurate.
Can I ask you a really stupid question?
No question's a stupid question.
I want to go to Howie on this one. Howie, what's your take on this thing?
Was that the stupid question?
Yes. Should we go to Howie?
That was a statement. What did you say? What is it to take?
I'm not reading this thing.
No.
Read it
What was your question?
What's your take?
Oh, my take. I can see both. I like both. I do like this idea that you know, you have a finite time and you should make the most of it.
Make hay while the sun is shining is what my mother always said.
Yeah, don't waste your time. But then at the same time, you do kind of, sometimes you want to be a little more carefree, right? You want to be a little bit sort of like relax. Sometimes I think you have to have a balance, like with anything else. If you imagine there's an end and now you're trying to cram everything in, that creates anxiety.
So maybe you're supposed to live as though it's an eternal life, but know that every day might be the last.
That's my take. You summed it up.
Very deep.
All right. Well, there you go. And most people think Howie's opinion is useless, but I love Howie and find him to be very useful. And I'm very grateful for his involvement and I'm very excited to have you on Good Morning Dopey. Isn't this great, Alexis?
This is actually great. If I could do this every day, I would be happy.
You could. Do you want to do this every day? We could do this every day.
We have 10 more months.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty great. This is pretty great.
You want to do tomorrow too?
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Stay strong, Dopey Nation. Fucking toodles for Chris. We'll see you tomorrow, Alexis Haines.
Toodles.
Dopey, I'm face down on the floor. Dopey, please sir, can I have some more? Dopey, sitting